as when I'm stressed, and I have been a little bit stressed recently. A little bit angry recently. Just at the state of the world, I guess. Anyway, not the reason for this video. I thought I would go through. I've got this bucket, which I can rest my hand on to do the thing, and then I can show you each layer. It's quite simple. There's no magic to it. I'm very bad at it, in fact. But I keep a lot of my nail stuff in this bag, Wicked Sister, that I got from my mum for my birthday last year, I think. So the first thing I use is a quick dry base coat. It's a quick dry base coat. The brand here is Revlon. Sorry. The brand here is Revlon. Yeah, so I'll just give it a shake. And then unscrew the lid. Yeah. And then you just dip it. You kind of got to pick it up to dip it because it's off. Then you put it against the lip of the thing, and then you just put one layer. It's clear, so you don't need to be too careful with it. Over each nail. I usually dip again about every second nail. I would re-dip to get that base coat on every second nail. And you don't want to make it too thin. I like the base coat. It just sort of holds everything together, I suppose. There's a lot of background noise in this video, and I don't know why. It just sounds really loud to me. Maybe that's a little bit better. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, you just dip it in, and then for the thumb, I like to hold my thumb up so I can see it better, and then just plaster that layer on. And I'm not too careful about that side. Okay, and then while that one is drying, I use it to do the other hand. So you just do exactly the same thing. You pick up the liquid, brush it against the side once or twice, and then just layer it onto the fingernail. Again, not too thick, make sure to get all the way to the ends. It doesn't really matter if it spills over onto your finger at this point because it's clear. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Right. So then you just do the rest of the fingers as well. I didn't get enough that time. But all the way to the ends of my fingers, the very tips of my fingers there, are a bit, just a bit flaky. They're a bit bad, so I like to put a little bit more base coat over the top of them. I don't know if that helps or does anything, but that's what else going on. Got like micro strands of stuff. Yeah, so you just do that for every nail. A bit boring, really. I'm not a fan of doing my nails, but I do know that it makes my videos appear so much better when I've got my nails done than when I don't. It just looks a little bit more professional. So yeah, I didn't really do my nails before I did ASMR. I would do them once every now and then they would all flake off and go horrible, and I'd never do them again. I used to just bite my nails to the core. So it's pretty good that doing this has like healed my nails in a sense. So then you just put the lid back on, if you can. And yeah, so that's the base coat done, right? So that's the Revlon quick coat Revlon quick coat nail polish. Yeah, so that's all you do for that. And then without smearing it too much, you extreme wear. Whoops, sorry. Sally Hansen's extreme wear. Yeah, that's just, I wanted black and that's the only black I could find. Yeah, it took me a while to find black nail polish. You'd think it would be easy, but it's not. So then you give it a shake, while not letting your fingernails touch anything else. Alright, and then you open the lid. Alright, and then you just do the same thing. You pull it against the glass a couple of times. And this time you want to be a little bit more careful with your brush strokes, so you want to do one on either side, right, of the nail, just up against the skin but not touching it, on both sides. And then just one down the middle, one down the middle. And you're going to want to do a couple of coats, so it doesn't have to be perfect each time. So then you don't do the second coat straight away, you do all your fingers and then one coat and then all your fingers second coat. So this is where you've got to be a little bit more careful, a little bit more controlled, because it is like colour, it will stick to your skin and that's annoying. So then you just do one near the skin but not touching down one end. And you don't want it to be too thin a layer, and you want to get it all the way to the end of the nail. So close to the side but not touching all the way to the end. And then just one big stroke down the middle to fill that gap. Yeah. Alright, I've already got it on my actual skin in 2 places. So I'm not neat, there's no, just pick that off later when it's dry, just pick that off later. So just down one side, oh I got too much, and then down the other side. And then if you get too much you can always wipe it back into the bottle. And then just once right down the middle. You don't have to press hard. You don't have to press hard at all, just really gentle strokes. And I always use my right hand first to do my left. Is that what this is? I think so. And then do the other hand afterwards. It's like I practice with this hand so I can do it with that hand. If that makes any sense. Alright, down one side and then down the other. All the way to the end, and then I often turn it round. I'll use two strokes for the sides, and then I'll turn it round to the more full side of the brush to do the middle, and just all the way to the end. Ideally, you'll do it in just 3 strokes, but that hardly ever works for me. But that's the ideal. So down one side, down the other side, flip the brush, and then bam down the middle. That one's a bit sticky, and then there you have it. So that's the first layer, right? That's the first layer of nail polish, quite shiny, yeah. Right, and then you just put the lid back on, shake your hands a little bit. Try not to touch your hair with your nails. Right, and then you just use, this colour is also called Blackout by Sally Hansen. Extreme wear, it's supposed to last that little bit longer than normal, but it also lasts longer with top coat and bottom coat. So you put the bottom coat on, the first layer of Extreme Wear Sally Hansen Blackout colour, and then you just use your other hand to do the other side. So again, you go down one side, close to the skin without touching as you can get, and then down the other side, close to the skin. Well, I touched the skin. And then you turn the brush over and then just do down the middle, right, all the way to the end. Make sure all the way to the end of the nail. It's less important to get the nail next to the skin than it is to get the tip of the nail, because you don't always notice the edges not being perfect, but if the tip's not all the way to the end, you notice it straight away, or I do at least, and I'm like, why is my nail chipped already? I only just did this, which does happen. And then one down the middle, which can happen, but sometimes it's just that I haven't put it on properly. this is the most important layer. The next layer you can be a bit quicker. You don't need to be so careful. You basically just do the middle stroke again on the next layer, nice and heavy. So right now you do one side, down the other side, and then flip the brush and do down the middle. 3 deft strokes. Alright, and then your last little pinky finger. My last little pinky finger is just ready to go. So, down one side, down one side. Oh, come on. Down one side, all the way to the end. Then down the other side, all the way to the end, and then in the middle. That one was a bit chaotic. Alright. And then ideally, you wait some time, you let that dry. Ideally, you're playing The Sims at the same time so you can get distracted by what's happening in The Sims. But, look, I've got it all over my finger. See, it's all over that finger. I'll have to pick that off later. But, because I'm lazy and don't want to wait, I will just do the second layer now. So you just pick up some more of that colour, brush it against the side, and now because it's the second coat, it doesn't matter too much. You just, like, where it looks thinner, you can put an extra polish there, or just straight down the middle, you know. Just try and get it looking even, if you can. Yeah. So that's all the advice I have, really. Is just don't stress too much about it getting everywhere. The less you stress about it, the better you'll get at it. When I used to do my nails, I used to be so worried that I would just get it everywhere and it would be such a mess. And I did. When I was worried about it, I would always make more mess than when I was just like, yeah, whatever, I just need to get this done before I film this video. Then it actually took a lot of the pressure off, and I did a better job at doing the nails because I wasn't as worried about perfection, I guess. I wasn't so much of a perfectionist. And when I was doing it for a reason, than when I was doing it just to be, I don't know, pretty, I guess. I don't feel pretty. I don't like feeling pretty much. Right. See there, I just got it on the edge of my little finger. I just like that needs to come off. So we'll deal with that later, but for now, we'll just finish the second layer of colour. And it doesn't matter if you get it on the skin, it doesn't matter. And because I'm more relaxed using my right hand than my left hand is always better than my right. Alright. That's pretty good. And then you do the next layer, the next finger, sorry. And you want to get it all the way from the base of the nail to the very tip of the nail. Looking as strong and colourful as we can. Did I already do the thumb? I can't remember. It's looking pretty good, but I'll just put another dash on it because I can see some uneven places. Alright. So messy. Alright. So now you're done with the colour now. The colour is done. The shiny colour is all finished. So now you just want to put that lid back on, right? And then I like to give it another shake afterwards. I'm not really sure why. I just feel like you can't have it staying stagnant, you know. Right. So then, now you actually have to wait a moment now to let the 2 layers of colour dry. So I'm just gonna. You're not allowed to touch your nails onto anything, so you're gonna be really gentle and delicate when you're doing things, which is frustrating. I am boisterous, to say the least, reckless. So then, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your nail polish away. I don't know why I do this, but I like to put it against my lip. Right? And if it feels even slightly sticky, you gotta wait longer, which this hand did, but this hand. Yeah. Yeah, feels good. I don't know why I do that. I don't know, maybe it's because my lip is sensitive skin there, so you can really tell, whereas you're touching with other fingers, you can be like, can't really tell, but then, oh yeah, that's dry. Like, I also, when I can't tell if my washing is dry, when I bring it in off the line, I will just shove my face into that pile of washing, and then I'll be able to tell if it's wet or dry. I don't know why. Okay, so now that your fingers are a little bit dry, you've made it a couple of minutes. You've let the top coat, the Extra Life No Chip top coat, and then you open it. Now this one I use quite a lot, so it's quite empty. So you gotta really scoop that out and then brush it against, and then you want to just get that quite full and just dab it on, and we'll do that two sides thing, and then down the middle we'll do that. That's what I do, right? And you'll be able to tell straight away if the nail is dry enough, because if it is not, the nib of this will be smeared with the colour. The nib of this will be smeared, like my finger here, will be smudged with the colour. If it's not quite dry. So this is the final layer. You only need to do the top coat once. Yeah, so you just go down the side, down the other side, and then down the middle, all the way to the end, because that's where the chips happen the most. And basically, you can be as rough as you like with the top coat, because like, it's good to have it a little bit thicker than you would expect, than the other layers, and also it doesn't matter if it gets on the skin, because again, it's invisible. It's clear, so you don't even need to pick that off later. It's just the colour you really need to pick off. No one will notice. No one will notice the clear nail polish being off, and if they do, you can be like, oh yeah, it's hard, right? And they'll be like, yeah, I agree. So as you can see here, I don't know if you can see that, but see how the top is now a little bit dark? Yeah, so that means that my littlest nail here wasn't quite ready. Wasn't quite dry enough to have its top coat on, which means that this hand probably isn't ready enough either. Also, what do you think of this lamp? It won't be in every shot, because usually my camera points that way a little bit more, but I don't know, I like it. Lights up my turtle nicely. That turtle hasn't once jumped off the wall since it's been in that position, so less possessed. That's nice. It's always nice to have a less possessed turtle, don't you think? Right. So now we're nearly done. That's one hand complete. Now you just have to not touch anything with those nails. Not do anything with that hand for like 10-15 minutes, which is very hard. I'm usually typing or playing Sims or something so that I don't use my hands, because otherwise I'm going to run my hands through my hair and I'm going to use my hands for all sorts of nail messing uppy things. Right, so because I'm lazy, I'm not lazy, impatient. I'm just going to get straight back into that other hand, because if I don't do it now, I never will. So we'll do that thumb first, so we want quite a lot. And then you just dab it on. You do down one side, down the other side, and then a couple down the middle, because the thumb's so wide in this case. Yes, alright. You pick up more of the invisible top coat, and you do the next layer down the side, down the other side, and down the middle, all the way to the end. And depending on the lighting, well, it's really not ready. I shouldn't be doing this, but needs be needs, bro. Alright. Goes down one side, goes down the other, and then bam. Alright. subscribing to YouTube, subscribing